Hi, my name is Sheila Willis of Impact Tourism, the developer of the History Check mobile app. Welcome to History Bytes, your daily dose of Alberta Historical Trivia, brought to you in partnership with Belt Drive Betty Media and the Canadian Motorcycle Tourism Association. You can register to answer the questions for a shot to win prizes, or just take the quiz to satisfy your own brain power. Either way, we're excited to see how much of Alberta's history you really know. And yesterday's question was, the population of Edmonton in 1892 was 700 people. How many showed up to protest the move of the land office? Is it A, more than 500, B, more than 100, or C, more than 200? And the answer is C, more than 200. Edmonton in 1892 was described as a quiet place, perhaps even dull. That changed rapidly in June when the land office was secretly, or at least quietly, being moved to the south side. The town of Edmonton had been the center of trade and settlement for 100 years, primarily because of the Hudson's Bay Company Post. Even then, it was recognized as the capital of the district by the location of the land, timber, registry, and post office. This is a very short version of events told over several days in June 1892 editions of the Edmonton Bulletin. Essentially, when the Calgary and Edmonton Railway was constructed, it did not cross the river, even though 9/10 of the freight was on the north side. Speculation was that they wanted to use the name and prestige of Edmonton at the location of the end of the tracks to sell hundreds of real estate lots at high prices. Threats to use their influence to have the public offices moved to the south side were met with a delegation being sent to Ottawa, where the Minister of Public Works assured Edmonton residents that the offices would remain on the north side. It came as quite a shock then when town graders noticed Dominion land agent Anderson moving books and furniture from the north side office, presumably to be moved across the river. Within minutes, an angry crowd had gathered that quickly swelled to 200 men or more. Horses were unhitched from the wagons and the nuts taken from the axles, making it clear the wagons were not going anywhere. The police were brought in, but could do little with no horses to go with the wagons, and no one stepping up to supply any. When replacement wagons were sent from the south side, those horses were unhitched too, and the drivers told not to interfere. By 8 p.m. a meeting was held in front of the land office by Mayor McCauley, and resolutions that the land office was to stay and Agent Anderson was to go were passed unanimously by the cheering of the crowd. Telegrams were sent to Ottawa and a citizens' guard was formed to hold the loaded wagons until a reply had been received. On Monday morning, Superintendent Griesbach arrived from Fort Saskatchewan with 20 policemen, whom he left outside of town limits. The assumption was that he had come to forcibly remove the office. In response, Mayor McCauley issued an order calling out the Home Guards, and by early afternoon, nearly every able-bodied man in Edmonton, most of them armed, arrived ready for a standoff. By 4, the police had not appeared. Over the next several days, a flurry of telegrams was sent back and forth between Edmonton and Ottawa. Ottawa assuring the mayor that the move was only to be for Southside business and only temporary for the convenience of settlers. The mayor's reply was that everything was being moved, land records, timber records, and the furniture. It eventually ended in a telegram that said only those items necessary to conduct business on the south side were to be removed, which Agent Anderson was then able to do, with the presence of the mayor and about 50 citizens inspecting everything he took. By Thursday morning, both the main office in Edmonton and the Southside sub-office were open for business. The Edmontons of the day having come out in force to stop what some people viewed as a sneaky effort for personal gain. And tomorrow's question is, which national park was Oil City located in? Is it A, Wood Buffalo National Park, B, Waterton Lakes National Park, or C, Elk Island National Park? Come back tomorrow for the answer and the story that goes along with it. Then we'll load you up with the next day's question. Enjoy!